An individual's perception of the passage of time differs from that as measured by clocks. Accordingly, units of time, like the hour, day, week, month, and year, are perceived differently by individuals throughout their lives and as a function of their current situation. Once this fact is noted, the question of its objectiveness arises. Is it possible to quantify this subjective individual feeling? In other words, does the individual subjective feeling of the perception of time obey an objective universal law? To address this issue, I have built a simple model that quantitatively evaluates the individual feeling of the passage of time using a sociophysics approach. Given an objective unit of time, U0, I introduce an individualized mirror subjective counterpart, US, that is inversely proportional to the number of objective units of time, U0, already experienced by a person. An associated duration of time is then calculated. Past and future individual horizons, HP and HF, are also defined together with a subjective in-the-moment speed of time. The model shows that an individual experiences a moment of eternity during the completion of the first unit of time, U0, since t equals 0 for t is less than t0. This feature is observed due to the discretization of time measurement of the number of time units. It is absent from a continuous approach. After the first unit completion, the individual subjective unit of time equals 1 and then starts to decrease constantly with passing time. In contrast, their anticipated future life is perceived as infinite via the soft infinity of the future horizon HF. That results from the addition of an infinite number of smaller and smaller subjective units of time. The past horizon HP is also perceived as infinity, but as a hard infinity, which is produced by the singularity at birth. Furthermore, similar to birth being the original event that starts the individual counting time, I assign extra clocks to each person, these associated with socially ritualized events, which mark and shape the lifespan of the person. Accordingly, I rescale the subjective unit of time, US, by activating additional clocks connected to these ritualized socializations. Examples are first days of school, university, first and new jobs, weddings, divorces, and the birth of children. The model shows that each clock associated with socially ritualized events reproduces the sensation of experiencing a finite moment of infinity analogous to that related to birth time. However, the price for this reward from the first ritualized socialization is the simultaneous exit from eternity in terms of the anticipated future horizon. Expected life becomes finite. In addition, to mitigate the sharp shrinking of rescaled units of time US with the passage of objective time, I extend the model using a power law of the number of past objective and subjective units of time to redefine the mirror unit of time US. The findings are sound and shed new light on the phenomenon of the subjective passage of time by identifying a series of universal features which allow quantitative estimates of the passage of time at the individual level. Common feelings are recovered, in particular, the paradoxical fact that while time seems to pass more quickly with age in terms of the duration of past units of time, there exists a concomitant slowing down of the speed of the passage of time for in-the-moment perception. Following them, past days seem to have passed by at once, but during each one, time seems frozen. Conversely, for a young person, time seems to pass slowly in terms of the duration of past units, but with a concomitant high speed for in-the-moment perception. Past days are apprehended as very long, while during each one, time flies by.